Today, we unveil the secrets of one of the world's most contested locations, the elusive Mount Sinai. Brace yourself as we navigate the clash between history and conflict, where faith and folklore converge amidst the howling winds and raging sandstorms of the Sinai Peninsula. Join us as we embark on a quest to answer the burning questions that have confounded scholars, theologians, and explorers for centuries. Are you ready to uncover the truth behind the whereabouts of Mount Sinai? Prepare for an expedition like no other, where the past and present collide in an extraordinary tale of faith, deception, and hidden treasures. Stay tuned as we delve into the competing theories, examine ancient texts and artifacts, and journey through captivating landscapes in search of the authentic Mount Sinai. Get ready for a captivating adventure that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The journey begins now. The Sinai Peninsula holds a mountain veiled in centuries of mystery. This enigmatic place embodies the clash between ancient history and present-day conflicts, where faith and folklore converge amidst the howling winds and raging sandstorms. The true whereabouts of Mount Sinai have long puzzled historians, archaeologists, and theologians, resembling an incomplete puzzle. Is it the towering peak in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula or the rugged mountain range in Saudi Arabia? Does its significance lie in the tales and legends passed down through generations, regardless of its physical location? Amidst the chaos and confusion, questions emerge. What evidence supports each location's claim? Could the true location of Mount Sinai have intentionally been concealed over time? Why is pinpointing the authentic site of this iconic mountain so arduous? Can we find clues in ancient texts and artifacts? Today, we embark on a quest to unveil the secrets of one of the world's most contested locations. The Sinai Peninsula, an inhospitable and rugged land, has long been regarded as the true abode of Mount Sinai, a desert beacon captivating countless pilgrims and explorers across centuries. One compelling argument in favor of the Sinai Peninsula as the mountain's location arises from the Holy Bible, specifically the Book of Exodus. According to Scripture, Moses received the Ten Commandments on a mountain in the wilderness of Sinai. Scholars have identified this specific site as Jebel Musa, a towering peak standing over 7,500 feet above the surrounding landscape. It is believed to be where God's hand touched the earth, laying the very foundations of faith. Furthermore, the text describes how Moses and the Israelites, after departing Egypt, journeyed into the wilderness of Sinai and camped at the mountain's foot. The depiction of the terrain and landscape closely resembles that of the Sinai Peninsula, strengthening the case for its authenticity. Scientific evidence also bolsters the theory that Mount Sinai resides in the Sinai Peninsula. In the early 1980s, archaeologists discovered what they believed to be remnants of the Red Sea crossing, a location mentioned in the Bible as being near Mount Sinai. These findings lend support to the notion that Mount Sinai indeed lies within the Sinai Peninsula. Additionally, archaeological excavations in the area have unveiled evidence of ancient settlements dating back to the time of Moses, further substantiating the mountain's presence. Geologists studying the rock formations in the region have found similarities to the mountain's description in the Holy Bible. Notably, the presence of a rock called granitic gneiss, commonly found in the Sinai Peninsula, aligns with the biblical account. Moreover, numerous visitors to the Sinai Peninsula have reported experiencing profound spiritual connections and divine encounters, emphasizing the significance and power emanating from this ancient site. While the Sinai Peninsula has received considerable attention, another notable possibility has emerged: the Land of Midian, which corresponds to modern-day Saudi Arabia. With multiple potential sites under consideration, it becomes challenging to determine where to begin. Suggestions have been made for Mount Bihara, Jebel Makla, and even the volcanic peak of Jebel al-Lawz. However, the most intriguing possibility arises from the late Ron Wyatt, an American researcher who claimed to have discovered several biblical treasures, including the Ark of the Covenant, Sodom and Gomorrah, and even Noah's Ark. Wyatt proposed that Jebel al-Lawz might be the true Mount Sinai, introducing yet another potential location into the mix. Ron Wyatt, the biblical archaeologist often compared to Indiana Jones, has been on a quest to uncover the true location of Mount Sinai. Based on his interpretation of Exodus 3:1, Wyatt believes that Moses encountered the mountain of God in the land of Midian, since Jethro, a Midianite priest, owned the flocks Moses tended. Wyatt concluded that Mount Sinai must also be in that area. Wyatt's pursuit is like a biblical game of connecting the dots, but with much higher stakes. However, it's not just about connecting dots for Wyatt. He claims to have evidence, including the discovery of the Red Sea crossing at new lava in the Gulf of Aqaba. This finding led him to believe that the real Mount Sinai is located to the east in modern-day Saudi Arabia, with the best candidate being Jabal al-Lawz, the highest peak in the western Saudi Arabian mountain range. In 1984, Wyatt and his two sons embarked on an adventure to explore and photograph the area around Jabal al-Lawz. However, their journey took an unexpected turn when they were apprehended by the Saudis on charges of being Israeli spies. They spent 78 days in jail before being released. Despite this setback, Wyatt remained determined to uncover more treasures. He was not only searching for the mountain of God, but also Egyptian artifacts and the remains of a drowned army. Wyatt became a one-man treasure-seeking machine. He wasn't alone in his pursuit, as others joined the bandwagon, hoping to strike it rich with their own archaeological findings. Although these findings produced impressive results, the question of whether they actually prove the location of Mount Sinai in Saudi Arabia remains contentious. Some argue that the evidence is circumstantial, while others suggest that the lack of definitive archaeological proof doesn't necessarily invalidate the location. Some mysteries are meant to endure, or are they? Wyatt made several intriguing discoveries. He found a collection of granite rocks with Egyptian-style petroglyphs of cows and bolts that had never been seen in Saudi Arabia. He theorized that these could be the remains of the great altar of Israel at the foot of Mount Sinai and possibly belonged to Pharaoh himself. Additionally, Wyatt found a blackened mountaintop that he claimed was evidence of the fire of God. He also discovered a massive rock split, resembling the biblical account of Moses striking a rock with his staff, causing water to flow out. 12 stone pillars located below the mountain raised questions if they could be the same ones mentioned in the Exodus story. According to Deuteronomy 9:21, Moses scattered the ashes of a golden calf into a brook that descended from the mountain. Researchers in Saudi Arabia found markings of a water flow sneaking down the mountainside that seemed to appear out of nowhere, resembling a sudden water slide. Furthermore, they uncovered a massive rock split that they believe could be the rock Moses struck to provide water for the Israelites. Some argue that the photographic evidence of the snaking water flow and the split rock is sufficient proof that Jabal al-Lawz is the true Mount Sinai. However, other scholars argue that further examination by geologists is necessary before jumping to conclusions. Moreover, with an average of 4 inches of rainfall per year, the location is not the driest place on Earth. Is this evidence compelling enough to support the case, or is it all just an illusion? Despite the uncertainties, the mystery and fascination surrounding this ancient site continue to capture the imagination of people worldwide. Could the real Mount Sinai be hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by the next adventurer? Or is it merely an enticing dream that can never be fully realized? Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below.